there's always something to be happy about. That is so amazing, because if you're able to really just put your life together and find gratitude in like everything that you do every single day, you would totally be able to always keep a good vibe and keep your flow. And that's really what that means. Keep a flow. Okay, so I'm sorry. I had to shuffle and do things, but I came back at 12:12, so that's good, right? So where we were. So this angel message here. Archangel Raziel, learn, change, grow. Again, there's always something to be happy about. And epsilon modulation. And that has to do with moving yourself, your spirit, and we'll get into like what it says here in the ending of that. So I left the cards so this way we can do it. But actually, you know what? That's probably a really good idea to actually just kind of like say what today. I'm sorry if it seems a little out of whack. You know what really is? I've had so many Uranus transits like happen because of this 24 in Scorpio, and they're all like running past like my 24 degree. Well, it's been crazy, but I've just been really knowing how to use those transits for myself. But the best thing ever is having them and doing astrology, because that's exactly what it like really like supports. And there we go. All right, so the epsilon modulation message is this. This is: gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace spirituality's beauty within. That's a good little thing here. Our cards are falling apart. Wow. Alright, so we're on to like the first card of the day, the first energy. Whoa. Hope. There's always something to be happy about. That's exactly what I was talking about before in that first part, but where are we coming from? We've enacted some real smart stuff. So in this case, all that Uranus stuff that came through, that's an idea. And where are we going now? Okay. So I guess we have to cut back a little bit here. Maybe we've extended all in our adventures. And what do we have at the bottom here? We have the world is changing. Yes, because Pluto going to rut just like yesterday. And then going like doing a 90-degree angle from the sun at 0 degrees, 1 degrees in Scorpio. Now it's Scorpio season. So this could definitely be adding Scorpios in here. That like it was some intense times today. So God knows what we were thinking about, because they were legitimate. We have the knight. Well, in this case, he's called the poet. Look at him. Has lots of songs. Nice wavy hair. Light and wonderful. What do we have? We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So we got rid of the foo-foo, right? So far, the foo-foo is causing all the stuff. And Merlin shows up, the Fool. A big change. Yes, why? Because this hope, this spark, that magic, the magic showed up. The magic finally showed up. What do we have? The right timing. We're waiting for the sun to come here. Look what this thing is, you know. This is the Eight of Stones, but this is that place. And what do we have here? This is upside down. We see the end of a struggle. And we see the Chariot is here. The Chariot is here to bring some good news. Alright, what's in this hope? The Emperor. We took charge. What else? I guess we're going to have to get really tricky about some things and a new opportunity. Wow. And what do we have here for this? We have the Nine of Pentacles. You see that we've reached a place. What do we have? The Eight of Swords. Exactly, because we're still going to be dealing with some fear because of this. And Nine of Swords. And it's kind of funny. Really. What's at the bottom of this? Nine of Cups. Okay. Love is still a situation here. And Five of Cups. Okay. It just means that, you know, it's really, we're still dealing with this. We're still dealing with our losses. We're still dealing with, you know, where we want to have some positivity. But it says it's here. Some cutting back is happening. Our times, I guess we're going to have to just go to the background and fortify this change that's coming here, you know, because we are lining up for this right moment here, this moment of destiny when the sun really does, and you can see all the things are ready. And this is a thing, you know, we need to just be getting ready for this thing, for this miracle to happen, for this Chariot to really enact its thing. Because what's at the bottom of this when the sun comes out? When it does, it brings this new beginning. It brings something from the heaven. We're waiting for a sign from the heaven, right? Here it is. It shows up. And where are we? We're trapped in the fear right now. And we're going through it. But, you know, these swords aren't really like touching this woman, you know. They're just close by her. So we're little nightmares. But we're right next to the Nine of Pentacles. So we're right between our achievements, and we're probably just worried that it's not going to happen. Why? Because we have to be very, very, very tricky with this. That's why the Seven of Swords is here. We really have to be firm. There's an element of astuteness that's required in this approach, though we're waiting for the right time, though this comes from the heaven. This maneuvering to get us out of the swords, see Seven of Swords and Nine of Swords, you know, Eight of Swords, you know, like all here. We're still dealing with a lot of fear, and rightfully so, just because, you know, we might just be a little uncomfortable financially at the moment. But this is the 12 o'clock reading today. I hope you like it. I guess the message is here. There's always something to be happy about. Learn, change, grow. That was that message there, and I think that was very fitting for what it is. And there is a little bit of the epsilon modulation. It says, reaching inspired spiritual heights requires commitment to developing powerful, deep roots. So, yeah, exactly. Like I said, we really need to tighten up some things before we get this preparation. because this magic really needs to occur. We really need to get down to sort of strategy of like how it is that we're going to pull this one off, because we're so close, right? We're so close to our fulfillment, and then we're so close to our nightmares. 9 and 9. Can't make this up. But the world is changing. The world is changing. There is a brand new day that's coming here through here. And it came from this new beginning right here. Well, enjoy. Thank you for joining me for another midnight love reading. Have a wonderful day. Hope. Additional part that I forgot here. I want to say, well, like that things really have come to an end. You have a Ten of Swords here, right? And now you have the Five of Cups here. You have the Ten of Swords again, and you have the Ten of Wands. So I saw 1010 twice today. I even had to go look it up, and it talked about how like things are happening. So I want to let you know that I've been seeing 1010 2 times today, and now 1010 has shown up in a reading. You should look that up. That's probably what this is about. I've sung a lot of songs, and I made some bad rhymes. I don't know where that song came from. Anyways, enjoy.